Do you ever just like, man, if I would have just waited a little longer, if I would have cut that faster, I didn't even see what was going on because I was so caught up in the trade. I didn't even get to see what was going on with the move. Well, I want to encourage you to just from time to time take you some trading breaks and just watch price. When it comes down to it, no matter what indicators, no matter what strategies you have, nothing is 100%. However, there's probabilities, right? And there's confluences. And just like in our daily life, if we want to be able to really thrive and maximize, we want to find ways where we can delegate, where we can, find other resources and stuff that can support us on our journey to schedule and implement systems. Now, sometimes I know it's harder to do, but it can be done, even if it's just one thing, right? You right now, the move that you want to do, and just focus on that. So, as you can hear, I have my co-host. She's sitting right next to me. She's controlling another computer. And so that's the beauty of trading, like that I love. And I'm so grateful to God for this opportunity because I get to be right here with my daughter, with my toddler. And so from time to time you will hear her. And so anyway, we're gonna dive right in for a few minutes and just watch how price moves. So I am in my simulator account. I've already done my day trade for today and we are watching Baba. So Baba, we have right now it did sell off. So you have this drop, then you have this base, you have this drop, and then it started to rally. And so I actually did get in on this trade, and I actually got out here when I saw this indecision candle, and which could potentially mean a reversal. Again, sometimes it doesn't always work, but it gave me a clue. I also had my trail stop on, and it kicked me out, so I was able to get in profit. But the thing about it is, I was not willing to continue to hold it. So you got to decide what is best for you. For me, it was a scalp. I got other stuff I need to do. And if my trail stop kicks me out, it kicks me out, and I'll keep going and for the next trade. And so as we can see, it did rally up. It came above this EMA. And so I am going to go to the pointer tool. I'm going to click on it so you can see it. So that's the non-EMA. The non is quick reacting. And so again, none of this is 100%, but I like using the EMAs because it can give me an idea of where price is going. So right now we are improving by studying how price moves. So improving by studying how price moves. I like coming up with funny stuff because usually I'm here by myself or different things. Trading is interesting because I had found myself saying it's you versus you. But why would we want to be against ourselves, right? And so there are things that we can do to sabotage ourselves or to not set ourselves up for success. Some of those things might be over trading, over leveraging. There was times where I would over leverage, not even thinking about it, like, oh, I'm gonna get in this trade, not thinking about it. And so now that it's coming down, this could be an opportunity for me to get in. But again, this is not financial advice. This is just studying and for educational purposes only. So as you can see, we have the VWAP, and then this is the 21 EMA. They're actually touching. So this could signal it's got a slight curve to it. The 21 is going down. The 100 is going down. The 50 is heading down, and then the 9 is also pointing down. And so you know, again, it's all showing that it's going in a downward trend. So what I like to do is come down to a lower time frame and see if I can see anything else that's going on. So yeah, especially if it falls below this non-EMA here, that could signal that it's coming back down here. Now it did make this a substantial move, and it was forming a bear flag, which some could say it still is in a bear flag. And so if that is the case, then it's gonna come down another, you know, potentially here or even here, right? So it's gonna make this move, but when is it gonna make this move? So now I have to determine if I'm gonna turn this into a longer trade, if I'm gonna wait this out. Again, that's up to you to decide. It also still has to go through this level. Okay, so we go back to the 15-minute, then we'd still see these EMAs are curling over. This one's crossing, almost crossing, they're touching. But then, yes, ma'am. I should share that with them. I'll share it with them. Okay. She's basically telling me not to share all my secrets, and I'm asking if I can, share a few things. Strangers. Yes. She said they're strangers. You don't even know them, but this is my thing. When I first started trading, I'm like, man, I want somebody else to like really break this down. And then the last month and a half, I found another group called the Prosperity Collective, and that really was helpful in like more details. And so you want to find groups and others that you can learn from and not trade alone. So I'll actually add a link in here too. They actually have a trial period going on and some other opportunities just in case you want to check them out. But I'll add the link here. But okay, if we go back through, we see that price has now came, it basically rejected off this non-EMA, which is a good sign. Oftentimes this could be an entry, but again, this is something to watch out for. If it did cross above here, that could signal that it's going back up. All right, so we just have to allow these EMAs to help inform us of where price is going. And so, because that's all the EM is doing, that's all any indicator is doing is following price. But you know what is great? Good old support and resistance. Because that's going to be an indicator on when we get in and out. And so for me, it made sense for me to get out. Once I saw it rejected off here, because if I go back, you can see areas where it was around this section, like here. You can see if you continue to go back. And for me, it made sense to get out. And then I also could again get back in. So the thing about it is we want to focus on what are our objectives and then go that route. So again, thank you for joining me for an episode of Improve by Studying How Price Moves. Let me know in the comments. I'm Denisha on a mission. It's a busy day going on, but I wanted to make sure I showed up to continue to study how price moves to make the decision. So let me close by saying this. So what could happen? It can come all the way back down here. Yes, the phone. I'll get the phone. It can come back down here. And if it breaks, look at this. If it breaks, you got all this. And there's nothing else here but that. So I am going to set an alert here and watch. But it might take us on a journey first. And it is 12:22. I'll get my phone. It is on a journey, right? And so we can see if it continues in consolidation, if it stays around this level, if it stays here around this level, and it actually doesn't do it until after hours, we shall see. But again, thank you for joining. Let's study how price moves. All right. I'm Denisha on a mission, and thank you for joining. Like or subscribe.